The Nebraska football team wrapped up fall camp practice number 4 on Monday. Hi, Sean Callahan for HuskerOnline.com. It was the first day we've been able to get in and get a look at things from a media perspective as far as interview access. And really one of the biggest things that continues to jump out is the overall culture change that's taken place here over the offseason.
The thing that's changed right now is when something's not right, somebody says something. I don't know if we have 3 or 4 or whatever guys yet, but somebody says something and everybody listens. So we've grown in the leadership, but we've also grown in the followership. It's not anymore, like, F you, I ain't listening to you. Now it's, oh, somebody told me something, that's the way it's supposed to be, that's my teammate, I'm going to do it that way. So I think that whole group has grown as leaders and followers.
Another big thing defensive coordinator Eric Shenander said here on Monday is the retention has been very good here over the offseason.
To be honest with you, I feel like it wasn't even retention. I feel like the kids did a great job of taking it upon themselves this summer. The old guys taught the new guys. Install really has been pretty easy. The kids really know the answers right now, so they did an unbelievable job with the playbook over the summer and the spring.
As for newcomers on the defense, a few have already jumped out. Let's first start with defensive back Cam Taylor.
I mean, Cam Taylor, he towards at all. Like I play corner, so like Cam, I respect him. He stay underneath me. He stay asking me questions, and he picking up stuff fast. So like I respect what he's doing. And all the guys that they've been working with, Cam probably he the one that's probably most impressive right now with the young group of DBs.
Another freshman on this defense that there's some high hopes surrounding for this 2018 season is outside linebacker Caleb Tanner.
I think he's exceeding a little bit, almost even at some expectations in terms of some pass rush ability. He's got some natural football acumen, which is really nice because a lot of times when freshmen come in and you're expecting a lot out of them, sometimes the mental aspect takes over and they kind of struggle a little bit. I think Caleb's done a really good job of attacking the meeting room and getting to understand where he needs to fit. Now, there's some intricacies obviously in the defense that he hasn't quite picked up yet, but I think he's doing a good job of lining up, getting lined up, which is the first step, and then playing calm the chaos that goes on in his mind. So we're teaching him right now that when practice starts to become chaotic with our tempo, when you start to play in the chaos, you got to start to calm things down in your mind so you can relax and start playing a little bit faster again.
And besides freshmen, there's also been a number of different transfer players added to this roster over the offseason. One of those is defensive lineman Vaha Vanuku, who's a graduate transfer from Utah, and thus far he's impressed early.
Yeah, Vaha's an older guy that's kind of has a little bit more probably life experience than some other guys, and he's a little bit bigger, a little bit thicker of a guy. So he's got some good size. He's kind of learning our system. He's got a little bit of football knowledge because he's been around. It's not like having a guy coming out of high school, freshman, something like that. So he's done a nice job of kind of being an older guy in the room, and he's not overbearing with the guys or anything like that. But I think another older voice to kind of help Nick and Freedom and. The guys kind of have some good leadership in the room, so he's doing a good job.
We love Vaha. He's great. He's definitely going to bring some depth to the D-line room. We need to get him along with the plays and everything. He obviously wasn't here in the spring to get that stuff going. He's been in different systems and everything before. He's getting it down. We just got to get him some more experience, and we think he's going to definitely help us out.
You also got a number of guys making their way back from injuries here from the offseason. One of those guys is outside linebacker Luke Gifford.
Yeah, I can tell exactly what kind of player Luke is. I can tell what kind of asset he's going to be. He just needs to get his legs under him a little bit. He did the strength conditioning all summer, which is good, but that's not football. So he just needs to do a little football, but he shows some signs of really being a great football player, and I kind of see what everybody's talking about now.
And one of the position groups that head coach Scott Frost has been very critical about here over the offseason has been the secondary, and it looks like so far that group has responded.
In spring, I'll tell you honestly, it was not very high. Right now, I'm really thrilled. I think definitely that's the most improved unit on the team. And by no stretch of the imagination are we ready to roll yet. We're not ready to go out there and play a game yet, but that unit as a whole, the guys that were there, the young guys, that group has taken a huge step in fall camp, and I think we're all pleasantly surprised with them.
Honestly, we just getting better because this other day, Coach Frost came up to me and gave me a compliment. He told me straight up, he said, whatever y'all doing, keep doing. He told me, he said, make sure you keep doing what you're doing, make sure you keep bringing guys with you. So I respect that a lot. So that also just allowed me, that gave me some acknowledgement that my work is paying off and what I'm doing is good. So that's just going to allow me to just keep doing what I'm doing and continue to get better with the group. So.
And finally, Nebraska has gone through a big change in the nutrition department over the offseason. They brought back Dave Ellis, who was here 17 years ago, considered one of the top nutritionists in the game. And talking to a few of Nebraska's players, they said he's already implemented some new ideas here over the offseason.
Yeah, it's just a lot of things. He's like, he tries out a lot of things, and I like that. He doesn't follow the status quo and stuff like that. He tries out things like for cramping, for nutrition, for all this stuff to help us better. I don't want to tell the secret, so that's from him. You don't know what he's gonna have, but he's trying out different things and it's helping and stuff like that. I just like that he tries out things and he sticks to it too.
The Huskers will get back to work on Tuesday. It will be their first full padded practice of the fall. With the Huskers in Lincoln, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.